Hey there, Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. It is Wednesday, I believe it's 7:01, so forgive me, but I'm doing well. How are you? If you're on with me tonight, we are raffling off Thoughtful Blooms. It's a stamp set. And we're going to talk about bingo. We're going to talk about kits. We're going to talk about waves of the ocean. Do you wish you could be at the beach? Anyways, so I'm going to flip you around because we got a whole bunch to do. So hold on. If you're on with me, please say hello. And we will get this thing going. And going, and going. So, magically it should work, right? Magic. Let's hope at least, huh? So, let me get things set up. And believe it or not, it's actually going how it's supposed to. This never happens. So, all right, so this is the raffle prize for tonight, Thoughtful Blooms. There is a punch that used to go with it for the flowers, but I have the stamp set. So there you go. Hey Iris, hey Serene, hey Cheryl. It is brand new. It's photopolymer and it's all ready to go, so you can use it, give it, whatever you're gonna do with it. Okay, hey Lise. So for tonight, I'm going to show you product. I'm going to show you a couple of samples, and then we're going to do a pop-out card is what it's called. So before we get too far into this, right? Question of the day, right? Okay. So when you go to the beach, assuming you do, when you go to the beach, do you like the waves or the sand? So for instance, when I go to the beach, I tiptoe my toes into the water. I am not a big waves person, surfer, that kind of thing. That was Joel. Hey Jude, how are you? So when you go to the beach, do you lay out on the sand? Okay, minus skin cancer and all that stuff, okay? Pretend nothing bad happens. Do you lay out on the sand or do you go swim? That's what I want to know. Why do you ask? Because it's snowing today and I wish I was at the beach and we're doing waves of the ocean. So there you go. There's your answer. So Jude, since you showed up a couple minutes late, Thoughtful Blooms is what we are raffling off tonight. Hey Denise, how are you? So how this works, Denise is a newbie. Hi Denise, I'm gonna call you out. All right, so for tonight, to be eligible for the raffle, first off, you have to answer with, let me get my Sharpie. I'll write it down. You have to respond so I can find it easily with hashtag question. I know it's a lot to write. Question of the day, and then your response, okay? So, if you're on with me, you have to be present to win at the end. So, and I'm going to write down the host code for club because we're going to talk about that in 2.5 seconds. So, JTRPHCPS. And oh my gosh, if you can get past that, whoo! Okay. Got it. All right. So, question of the day. Do you go to the beach? Do you go swim? Are you a sand lover? What are you doing? So, if you answer question of the day, I will be raffling off this Thoughtful Bloom stamp set. All right, so for tonight, I got stuff to show you. First off, right. It really depends on who I'm with. First off, club. Club is no commitment, $50 order or more. Hey, Gina. And you get your choice of one bonus per time per rotation. Per person per rotation. This is not eligible for my team. Sorry, I do other things for my team. So, we have and it's a lot of color this time. So, Soft Pastels Assortment. These are the new coloring chalks, is what I'm going to call them. There's so many different things you can do with them. It's not even funny. Okay, so there's one choice. One. Second choice is Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels. Yes, these are the new ones, and these are what we're going to be playing with tonight. And last but not least, the ombre gift bags that have, I believe it's 4 colors. They're gorgeous. Let's open them up, huh? I ordered them just for this, so I can show you. Because I had a partial pack, and that was not going to work. So there's Pale Papaya, there's Soft Succulent, there's Fresh Freesia, there's Magenta Madness, or is that Polished Pink? Polished Pink, sorry. Polished Pink and Evening Evergreen. So you will get your choice with any $50 order for club this time, okay? I want to get that in your head. Club is just a bonus now. So, alrighty. So, Waves of the Ocean. Here's the flyer. Okay. So, the flyer, the whole collection is $79.25. The back side of it is, the bundle is $51.25. The bundle has the stamp set, the dies. The collection is the whole thing. We've got the jewels, we've got the blue foils, and we've got the Waves of the Ocean 12x12 Designer Series paper. So, yay, huh? Okay, so with that, here we go. First and foremost, let me show you the product, right? So we've got the stamp set. Our Friendship is the Thing of Beauty. We've got a pelican. We've got some birds, seagull type stuff. You're so totally awesome. Happy birthday. Your strength is an inspiration. This cool wave and a pelican on and I cannot remember, not dock, but pier? Anyway, post. Anyways, there you go. Okay. These are the red rubber, not photopolymer. We've got a set of dies that have 10 pieces in it. And I'll show you the dies in just a second. We've got the jewels, which I need to keep to the side so I can use them for later. We've got this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Now, the design of it was not intentionally supposed to be waves. It was supposed to be paint, like a paint pour kind of thing. So with that being said, you know, if you were like, hey, green doesn't go in my waves, it was a paint pour then. It's okay. So we've got that side. And then the yellow. Daffodil Delight to be quite honest with you. So there's that side. And that side. And I'm like, I think I've done this a couple weeks ago, but this stuff is gorgeous. So we're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna do it again. Calypso Coral in that one. Okay. This one I used tonight, so that's why there's only one piece. But gorgeous, right? Granny Apple Green and what color? Pear Pizzazz or Mint Macaron? I'm trying to remember. I love this side. Okay, and then last but not least, that gorgeous blue. Look at that. All right, so I I did a couple projects with this. Oh, let's not forget the foils, huh? So we have a silver. We have a teal. And we have our infamous Night of Navy. Aren't these gorgeous? I'm like trying to get the light. How do we do this? You can see all of me. All right, you get the idea, right? They're gorgeous. Okay. So, with that being said, you might want to screenshot this. This is the cutout of the dies. Okay? So if you want to know what it looks like, okay, we've got waves and different detail waves. We've got tops of waves, birds, the pelican, 2 clouds, and then labels. And then I included these because I didn't know. So I'm going to leave that be for a half a second. I'm going to get a sip of tea in case you want to screenshot that. So I'm not in the, so my fingers are not in the middle of it. So, everybody get it? Okay. If you did not get it, you can come on a Monday and we can do it again. Okay? So, I made this. This is just like take a mat and add 1/8 of an inch to it to make this skinny one, and then take it down and then minus it by 1 inch. Actually, I started in the middle. I started in the middle and added out until I had the right measurements. Wow. Words. And then the gems. Okay? So that is one example. Now, I know everybody's going to be able to make waves, and everybody's going to be able to make beach scenes and all that. But what about something that's not a beach scene? So this is the paper with a cutout embossed. This is the paper, this same paper. And then I took markers and colored the stamp and then stamped over. What do you think? Just different, right? I don't know, would this Cheryl, would this qualify for the simple cards? That website? So there's 2 so far. Okay. Now this is what we're making tonight, okay? And you're like, hey, it doesn't look like much. Yeah, well, guess what? So this card is called a pop-out triple fold because it folds out like this, and it folds out like this. Do you see all the layers there now that it's that way? So there's like folds and folds and folds. Yeah. So this card has a lot of potential. I wanted to get the bones down for you, but you can also decorate up here. You can decorate here. You can put more words here, more words here. Backside. I mean, there's a lot that you can do to it, or you can let the paper talk. It's up to you on what you do. So this is what we're doing tonight. Are we ready? Okay. I will not be giving tutorials on these 2. The tutorial will be on this one for tomorrow's blog post, okay? If you want the measurements for these, let me know and I'll throw them quick at you. But this is the one that I'm going to be writing everything down for. Got it? So, I've already pre-cut it, but I am going to talk through it because I figured we needed to be done before like 9 o'clock tonight, and if I had to cut and score everything, it would be a minute. And I know you know how to cut, and I know you know how to score, right? On our great paper trimmer. So, I've already done it. Okay. So I'm going to flip this over. All right. So for our card base, I am not using thick because there are so many stinking layers. I am not using thick cardstock. I am using regular basic white cardstock. Okay? Just FYI for you. All right, so the base of your card. Okay? And what I mean by that is this white piece here. That is the base, okay? So the base of the card is 5.5 by 8.5. Again, 5.5 by 8.5. Scored on the 8.5-inch side at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And I'll say that again. And then if you don't get it, you gotta do the replay. So 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Okay. Next, I'm calling this the bridge piece. The bridge piece is this piece right here, this one. And why do I call it the bridge? Because it's glued underneath here and it kind of crosses over to make both cards, or both pieces, shall we say. Okay? So that piece is 3 inches by 11, scored at 4 1/4 and 8.5. Okay? 3 by 11, scored at 4 1/4 and 8.5. Okay, and then all your pieces and parts. Let's go, shall we? Okay, so the very front of the car, or the back, middle, whatever you want to call it, this piece here, that is, and yes, I have notes because there's too many stinking pieces for me to keep track of all this, right? All right, so this piece here is, and I'm trying to find it in my notes, but I believe it's 4 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so there you go. Okay, then we have the white piece. This is where our greeting and all that is going to go. This is 2.5 by 3 3/4. Okay. Then if we go back, these pillars is what I'm going to call these because they're the only long skinny ones. You need 2 of those, and these are 2 inches by 5 3/8. 2 inches by 5 3/8. Okay. Then you've got, I kind of worked from bottom or right to left. Okay, that's kind of what I did. All right, so these big pieces here, those are, let's see, where are they? 2 by 5 3/8, I think. 2 by 5 3/8. Okay, and you need 2 of those if you're doing front and back. Okay, then you've got other pieces. All right, you're gonna need 2 pieces of designer series paper at 2 1/8 by 2 7/8. Then you're gonna need 2 pieces at 2 3/8 by 2 7/8. And then you're gonna need 2 pieces that are 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. Crazy, right? All right, so this is the second set. Okay, and then last but not least, the very front. And what I mean by that is this piece here that hangs over that has your front sentiment on it. Okay, those pieces are This is Coastal Cabana. On the sample, it's Pacific Point. I just reversed it, so not a big deal. 2 5/8 by 3 7/8 is the biggest one. 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And then 2 3/8 by 3 5/8. Oh, okay. Let's get to going, shall we? I'm going to flip all this back over. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Okay. So the score line in the middle, you're going to do like a normal card. Okay. The score line that's in the middle of the front, that is going to be backwards or accordioned. I'm going to grab because we don't want this popping up all over, so you actually need to get your edges pretty crisp. Okay, so there's my base. Okay, are we set? I know, it's a lot. It's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot. But it's okay. All right. So now, I'm trying to remember. All right, so this one, you're going to go back and forth. And if you start the wrong way, it's not a big deal. But the short little piece needs to be on top and it needs to fold to the left. The other piece on the bottom needs to be opposite of that. That's how I know this, okay? So you're going to go and you're going to fold. Okay, so now we're going to start working from bottom to top, shall we say. Okay, so I'm going to grab my big piece and let's see. The only thing I wished I had done differently for this one is I wished that I had made these skinny ones opposite of this one, so when it folds down it's different looking. So we're going to do that this time. Okay, so we're going to do, ooh, that's pretty, huh? We got to put that out. All right, so we are, make sure you look at both sides, right? So we're going to glue this guy down, stamp and seal. Please go straight, please go straight. Okay, got it. The white pieces I'm going to put to the side because those I'm going to stamp on and I don't want to glue them accidentally and then not be able to. Okay, so then what you're going to do, and remember your little white piece goes this way, right? Or does it? Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's so much fun. Okay, are we good? Yeah. All right, so I folded this backwards though, I think. All right, so this piece is going to get put down here on the bottom. Okay, and you can either do a pencil line or you can eyeball where your adhesive needs to go. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna eyeball it, right? And if we go a little bit over, we go a little bit over. But if you need to pencil line it, go for it. So this piece is gonna go on the bottom and right up against that score line. Okay, that is the bridge, as we say. Okay, and we'll see how this goes. Because for some reason, mine is going the other way, and I'm not sure. All right, hold on. This needs to go this. We'll get it. Okay, so there's that. Okay. We good? Oh, you know what? Did I have it upside down? No? So much fun. Okay, a lot of pieces and parts to this one. It's okay. All right, so now these are gonna go over. If you have trouble lining them up, you might want to go this way instead. It's up to you on what you do. Okay, so we're gonna connect these here. Yes, I know that's not completely glued down. It'll be fine. Famous last words, right? Okay. And now it'll work. Okay. Good? Good. Okay. All right, so we've got that going. Now we start putting the pieces together. Go figure, huh? So now we're gonna do here. And you just make sure they fit. That's all there is to it. If you want different, do different. Not a problem. Okay. The lining up thing, whew, it's hard. So, all right, so there's that. Okay. How are we doing, guys? Are we lost? No, I'm just teasing you. All right, so now we're gonna go on the back side here. Ooh, I like that blue. We're gonna glue, glue, glue. Glue, glue, glue. Okay. And you gotta make sure you have the right piece at the right time. That's the main thing for this card. Once you cut them all, make sure they're the right pieces. Okay, that's the back. We're not doing anything with that because that's enough, right? So there's that. Okay, there's my, I got extras. I must have cut extras. It's okay. Okay, so mine's gonna go the opposite way and it's fine. Okay, so now, don't bump it all. Now, this will go like this. So I'm going to glue this down here. See how that matches? Oh, love it. Yes, I'm gluing on top of my project. Why? Because I don't want it to pop open. I want it to be all pretty and nice and straight, and I don't want to have to lay it back down. So there's that. For some reason it's going opposite, but oh well, it's okay, right? So, okay. So now we're gonna work on our words and stuff. I love these colors. They're my colors. My favorite color in the whole wide world, royal blue. So, all right, so I'm grabbing my wave. We're gonna do some stamping off. I'm doing Coastal Cabana for my wave, so everything matches. Okay, and it's a large stamp, so I am putting ink to paper instead of paper to ink. Okay, and I'm gonna stamp off, which means one time on there, and then we're going to get towards the middle. I want a background. I don't know about you guys, but I want a background. So stamp it again because I want consistency on this card. Okay, so there's my wave. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is grab my Pacific Point after I close this. Grab my Pacific Point and my 2 sets of words. Totally Awesome, of course, is one of them, right? So we're gonna put that right in the middle. Now, one thing to note, I did have to, if you want this to close and you want to be able to open it and not see the words right away, you might want to move them over to the left a tiny bit. To me, not a big deal, but to you it might be. So there's my one. And then my second one, your strength is an inspiration. Okay. Of course, completely crooked, but that is okay. Because it's mine, right? So there you go. All right, so awesome up front or strength up front? Which one? That is the question of the day. Anybody, anybody, anybody? On the other one, we had strength up front. So I'm thinking about putting that in the middle. So it's different, right? But I'm waiting. I'm going to get my glue on both of them. Awesome's up here. So hopefully I remember. Okay. So we're going to put strength down in here. So this mats perfectly. Okay. And then this guy is going to go like this. And this is going to go, and because it's matted to 1/8 of an inch, you got to be a little straight. Otherwise, you know what happens, right? So, if you need rulers, if you need guides, you know, it's what it is. All right, so let's see. I think we're going to use this color. What is this color? Any guesses? Pool Party's over here. I want to say that's mint macaron, but I'm going to look and make sure. This is Granny Apple Green right here. You really can't put bling in the middle of this because there's so many layers. You will probably need an extra stamp. But look at that gorgeous paper. Oh, cool, right? And then, of course, you can add and add and add, but, okay. I know. It's just, I love it when stuff comes together. So there's your Waves of the Ocean. This is available starting March 1st, which is next Tuesday, by the way. If you didn't want to, if you wanted to know. March is next week. Okay? So there's some projects for you. What do you think? Do you like them? That paper is just gorgeous. The foil I haven't done much with yet, but I'm thinking about, I am thinking about taking the silver foil and coloring it with blends and making like an embossed palm tree. That's my thinking. We'll see if it comes, but that's my thinking, and I don't know. We will see. I love the paper. The paper is just gorgeous. So if you want one of those magnet board kits, I did measure it. The background paper, if you don't like what comes with it or you want to use it for something else, you're more than welcome to, because it is simply a 12 by 12 piece of designer series paper. It's just that simple. So, all right, so I guess we should get to question of the day, huh? Let me scroll through. Thoughtful Blooms is the question of the day, or the raffle for the day. Sorry, guys. Brain. Brain. All right, so fuzzy pen. Yay. Let's see. And remember, you have to be present to win. What does that mean? That means you have to say, yay, I'm here, I won. Hey, I'll pick it up. Hey, whatever you want to say. And for some reason, my computer just went, nope, I'm not scrolling anymore. It did this last time too, though. So Serena, I have you so far. All right, Cheryl, we almost made it. I'll put it in, but hey, next time watch your spaces so it highlights. The reason I need that is so it goes bold the whole way, okay? So I'm gonna put Denise in, but she has to answer. Hopefully she's back. So Denise. And we got Lisa. Lisa. You're not a sand lover, so does that mean you are in the waves, Miss Gina? We gotta start focusing on the positive, huh? Iris, Jude. Iris, Jude. Iris. If my hand would keep up with my mouth. That has been a problem for a lot of years. I don't know about y'all. So, it's okay. All right, Iris, Jude. And I think I'm caught up. Did I miss anybody? Cheryl. You already were in here, weren't you? Yep, you were already in here, honey. All right. You fixed it for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you listen. Yay! Alrighty. I'm gonna put my cap on my pen. I know it's not as fancy as the basket, but my hands do not get caught on the bottom little straw things. So I'm okay with that. All right. Are we set? Are we ready? Drum roll. Right? You're like, wait, but pick me. Oh, wait. Okay. Miss Cheryl, thank you, honey. So, thoughtful blooms. So, text me afterwards, because I know you don't email. Text me afterwards and coordinate with me of when you would like to pick up or whatnot. Obviously, I'm doing bingo on Saturday. I don't know exactly when I will be up in Yucca. So, if you want to wait, that's fine with me. But text me, let me know what works for you. I just don't know exactly when I will be up there. So if you want to say wait until I'm up there, just let me know that. So, alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm trying to find the projects and I guess I tossed them across the table. So, thanks so much. Follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com. Have a great evening. And March 1st, we can go ride the waves, literally. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.